So, Bill, when you worked there at Flamingo and Jones, it was an auto repair store.
Yeah. They didn't really have any convenience stores, just a shop.
It was a gas station. So people would bring their cars in and you'd work on them. It was an Exxon when you first started. There on Flamingo and Jones.
Yeah.
And then it turned to
It turned to Texaco. In '90, it changed to Texaco.
then '90 it went to Texaco. But the weird part is now, and what year did Shell buy them out?
Well, 2003 is when they closed the Texaco station.
Okay, so Shell comes in, buys them out, and they had to close. The owner had to close the store down. He lost his lease,
Yeah.
and he'd been there for over 20 years, right?
No, it's changed hands. Dave Goodwin owned the place when I went to work down there. Then Lori Fortunoff and her dad bought him out because he had a gambling problem and lost his ass.
Wow. Well, what I'm kind of interested. It's kind of weird. The Texaco it's a Texaco gas station, but they're working on cars. So Shell buys them out. They forced the owner to shut down, but they changed the business model. They didn't open up the car repair place anymore. They just turned it into a convenience store with slot machines, because the slot machines would make more money than working on cars. That's about how. What do you think?
That's what I figured.
That's what happened, huh? And you were there for like 20 years.
Well, 88 to 2003. Well, I did go up to Sahara and Decatur, Texaco for 4 years. Worked for them.
But you were basically with Texaco the most of the time. Did they have any sort of retirement plan for guys working on cars?
You got 50% commission, and at first we got 10% on parts.
Also, when you worked on a car, any part you'd get 10% on the parts and 50% on the job, on the labor. So that was kind of lucrative.
Yeah,
it was kind of lucrative.
Nowadays mechanics only get maybe 20%.
Oh, now they're only getting 20%.
Yeah.
We're back then
dealership.
At a dealership. Back then you made 50.
Well, you get paid vacation too.
Sure.
And insurance but we had insurance for a while, and then they couldn't afford that anymore. We had paid vacation for a while, and then they couldn't afford that anymore.
Wow.
It slowly went down.
Yeah, your Bill's a retired mechanic. No, Bill, this is 1953. 1953. What do you call this visor up here?
It's just a visor.
How cool is that visor?
They're cool. I don't need windshield wipers because it keeps the rain off the windows fairly
It says here Sunshield Company Milwaukee. But did that come stock?
No, that is an accessory.
This is an accessory. But it says Sunshield Company Milwaukee. But you don't need windshield wipers with that thing.
No, it keeps the window fairly well off. Okay, Fulton Company. I was thinking Fulton. Yeah. So this one's Fulton. Sunshine, that
was a different one?
The Fulton is who actually made it.
Oh, okay, Fulton. It's called a Sunshield, but it's a Fulton company.
They probably made different models.
1953.
What else?
Now you as a mechanic, you're able to work on this thing.
Yeah.
Can you show me the engine?
Yeah.
You've done a lot of, you're always constantly working on them, I guess.
Especially when I was driving her daily. Right now, I just went through the carburetor and found out my fuel filter. It's 216. 216.
Straight 6. They're pretty easy to work on, huh?
Oh yeah. Take a look at all the room you got.
Oh, you got room to. You can do a tune-up on these. You can get your hand down there. And, you change the oil on these about what, every 2,000 miles?
Every 6 months.
Every 6 months.
Because anymore, I don't put that many miles on it.
Straight 6, so
60 miles an hour, you're flat humming down the road.
Oh, 60 mile an hour is about top. You feel it, huh?
Yeah.
Body parts are flying off.
No, you're and it's rough riding.
It's kind of rough even at 60 miles per hour.
Of course, I keep the tires pumped way up.
They don't make them like
pounds.
They definitely don't make them like they used to.
No.
That's a beauty.